YouTubers, hello, it's Red Blonde, and I'm doing video 4 on the spiritual truth through Marilyn Monroe's own words given through me through the spirit. I wrote them down, and now I'm just did some research on what the meanings of them mean so that we can put the truth together and know the truth from Marilyn's own words to the spirit that she's given me to share with you all on YouTube. I'm not a psychic. I believe in Christ. I say a prayer to Christ, and just wanting to know the truth, and not putting my own opinions on any of it. I just pick up whatever the Spirit gives me, and I share it with you all. And I do go after the fact to find out what these words mean and see if they can help us find the truth of the person we're asking. And my subject is Marilyn Monroe, and let's get started. And I advise you to go and watch video 1, 2, and 3, The Spirit of Marilyn Monroe in her own words, because then you can catch on to what we're doing today. Alright, the word Sully, I picked up in the spirit, attached to Marilyn Monroe's name, that I found all this information online. I don't put my own judgment on anything. It's just what I picked up in the spirit. The word Sully, I had it as S-U-L-L-E-Y. I have no idea what it meant, but I came up with a film star picture on the internet found of Marilyn Monroe's movies, pictures, and what other listed on the site. So, yeah, there's a person, Sully, who has plenty of pictures of Marilyn, who is one of her fans. So Marilyn must take interest to let us know that she's aware of this. Alright, and the next word's Jenny McGuire. And G-U-I-R-E, and I found online that connected to Marilyn. The website that Marilyn Monroe quoted, her famous quote, Marilyn's famous quote, is listed online under McGuire. And also, McGuire is the daughter of Tony Curtis, who knew Marilyn. And the quote, by the way, that Marilyn loved was, "I don't know who invented heels, but all women love them a lot," or something like that. And that was Marilyn's favorite quote. And also, music is the strangest form of magic was one of her favorite quotes. Okay, the word Jenny I got is actually Jenny McCarthy, who attended Tony Curtis's funeral. And it's funny how I mentioned Tony Curtis prior to this. She's a Playboy playmate who liked Marilyn. And a mourner came at Tony Curtis's funeral who knew Marilyn and was acting as Marilyn Monroe at the funeral. So I guess Marilyn remembered that through the spirit to let us know that information. The next word, Packard. Packard came up as a campus. Can't read my writing. That Marilyn Monroe went to, and it was the fine arts for actresses like Katharine Hepburn and Errol Flynn and Thelma Todd went to September 10th. So that's really good to know. And also with Packard, Kitty Packard, in December 2012, she talks about the birth of Marilyn Monroe. And Don't Bother to Knock Down. And it's Marilyn's 50th anniversary. And that's on the internet. And Packard again, Marilyn wanted to say, is one of her convertibles that she absolutely loved and that she drove. So she's letting us know that. Rubenstein. And like I said, I don't know these words. These came to me. I'm not putting these words in or doing any studying or historical knowledge of Maryland before I did this. I'm not finding out till after the meeting, so we're just trying to find the truth so that if there's anything that she'd want us to know, we can piece the puzzle together, and that's what I'm hoping to find, and I'm hoping you can all help me too. So let's continue. Rubenstein. Helena Rubenstein was Marilyn's friend, Marilyn's, I can't read my writing, apartment in New York. And actually, Helena Rubenstein made the dress for Marilyn for the birthday party of JFK. The one she sang happy birthday to in that white glistening dress. Helena Rubenstein made that. I never knew that. Shaw. I think I did this Shaw in the earlier video, but I'll repeat it again in brief. Shaw connection to Marilyn is a photographer in New York City, and he took the pictures of her famous, his name's Sam Shaw, of her floating white dress and the 7-year itch, and amongst many other famous photos, and they were very close friends when they met on the film production cast. So yeah. I think we did this one already. Okay, alright, we'll continue on. The name Green, okay. He lives in New York, and I don't have his first name. I have more details on Green. That he is a friend of Marilyn's. He said he was co-owner of Marilyn Productions. Well, he said he wasn't, but then went to court after she died with some tax issues, and ended up with 75% of her estate. I'll have more information on Green. There's a lengthy court report that I typed up. I'll show you briefly. It's amazing. This gentleman maneuvered most of Marilyn's assets along. I'll get into that right now. I have it right here. All the court records through Green and who actually got the monetary awards. It was Kennedy's relative there, Pat Newcomb, and it was also Strasburg, and it was also this gentleman Green, who ended up getting all the money, and still are to this day, through their family, through the proceeds of anything connected to Marilyn. They're getting the money. And I often wondered, where's the money? And this was filed just at her death, and I will have a separate video for that, because this is a lengthy. I will read the whole court proceeding. I didn't even know it went to court, but it's really interesting. It's amazing. So, actually, I might just do a movie with the whole circuit court pages of Marilyn Monroe and these three people, and you can view the video once I make it and read the whole online court document. Okay? But I've gotten this, not because I had it, but through Marilyn's own words is how I found this. And it tells all the descriptions of what they were doing upon Marilyn's death to get her assets. And it's unbelievable. So I wouldn't have gotten all this information if it wasn't from Marilyn. Okay, next word. I'm going to keep track of the time here. Whew. We'll go with Tahoe. Just have these scribbled down, so I'm not in any certain pattern here. I'm sorry. Tahoe. Story by George Mathers and Dawn Plains. Marilyn went with Frank to Tahoe by Giovanna. They met before she died. Oh, Giancana, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read my writing. So there is rumor out that Marilyn did spend time in Tahoe with Frank Sinatra, and she told me this word herself, so there must be truth to it. And we'll have to do more research on Tahoe and what connections that have with Frank. Sam Shaw, I did say Shaw earlier, but that's Marilyn's clothing and photos. He gets the percentage. He is a photographer who took famous pictures of Marilyn and is getting proceeds from that still. Okay, anyone else I missed? Milton. And he was an executive of Monroe's film company. So this is the same. It turned out Milton and Green go together. I got these names separately, and then finding out through this court paper, his name is Milton Green, and he is key to establishing all the money for Marilyn, and so is the Strasburg. So who would have the interest to want to get rid of Marilyn? For what reason? Who's to benefit monetarily? And remember, Patricia Newcomb was at the death scene and disappeared and was not questioned and was swept away with other witnesses and paid off and took off for months, as well as the housekeeper and as well as other associated people that knew Marilyn. So I believe she's giving you all these names for a reason, and you have to put this together. Pat Newcomb, Milton Green, and Strasburg are key figures, as well as CIA so far, Hoffa, and I wouldn't say Kennedy, because Kennedy's just being publicized as having affairs, but had nothing so far in my data that Marilyn gave me as to hurting her. I got 2 men that were going to kill her. I got a pseudonym name under them that had false identities, or given false identities, and Giancana so far. So that's where these messages are starting to form. And you can review my videos and piece them together as you get the words from Marilyn and work with just the words that were given, because this is what she wants us to know. And just forget all the other rumors around her death and sticking to what she's given me through the spirit. Okay. We got a few more minutes here. So we got the Tahoe, we got Giancana, name came up, her hairstylist, and other figures that she's delighted in who've been celebrating her name. And I don't think those people have anything to do with her murder. I think she genuinely is just telling me these words to really cinch that this is her speaking. Okay, well, we're going to go to video 5. We'll take a break and hear more words from the spirit and the truth of Marilyn Monroe. And we'll see you on the next video. To seek the truth, to seek the truth through Marilyn Monroe's spirit.